Hey guys, it's Going, and today we're going to be covering one of the most fun and impactful operators in Rainbow Six Siege, Mozzie. Mozzie is a 2-speed, 2-armor defense operator that specializes in drone denial. Mozzie has great intel denial, intel gathering, and fragging potential. Becoming a good Mozzie player requires understanding of how to balance going on your drones and roaming the map at the same time. Let's get into how to play him. Mozzie is equipped with his Hacker Spider launcher, which launches, well, Hacker Spiders, of which he gets 3. This is a unique crossbow-esque device that shoots his little hacker friends in a straight line. There is a unique optic on this gun, but the hipfire has no spread, so it's personal preference whether you aim down sights with it or not. Hitting an enemy with this launcher will not hurt them. It is solely for deploying Hacker Spiders. Speaking of which, what do these 4-legged robotic bugs do? When an attacker drone enters their radius, the spider will jump on said drone and hack into it. This makes it so the attackers lose all control of the camera and can't even see the feed of it. Instead of them, you can now control the drone that just got hacked in the same way an attacker would. You want to deploy these 4-legged robo-bugs in high-traffic drone areas to either scare off the attackers that are droning that way because they don't want to lose their drone, or to capture their drone. I place them on the lower corner of a doorway so the spider can't be avoided or shot out. This way you deny the attacker's intel and or gain an intel gathering device of your own. Placing pests on top of staircases is also a good idea because it can catch out attackers that aren't paying attention or just deny them more intel. You don't even have to pre-place pests to hack drones, because if you hit a direct shot, then they get hacked immediately. It's also worth mentioning that Mozzie drones look different to regular attacker drones, and that there is an indicator to attackers when they get close to a pest. First of all, there is audio and an icon at the bottom of an attacker's drone screen when they get close to a pest, both of which get more intense the closer you get. Secondly, to attackers, there is only one difference between Mozzie and regular drones, which is that the regular yellow light is turned blue when a defender is operating a Mozzie drone. The final difference is to defenders. There is a white outline on Mozzie drones so that your teammates don't accidentally mistake your drone for an attacker's. But it doesn't always work, so be prepared for your drones to get shot by your own team. Now that we've learned what Mozzie's gadget does, how does one go about using these tech-savvy spiders? I find that the preparation phase is the best time to catch drones, especially in gold and below, because everyone just sends their drone into sight, literally gifting you an intel device, so place down your pests on doorways to sight or on staircases as aforementioned. This being said, you can also pocket a pest to try and directly hit a drone that you see, or to place it in an area where you plan on roaming to cover your back if you get droned out. It's unlikely that all 3 of your pests actually capture a drone, so what should you prioritize doing with them? I personally set up another camera to act as a default camera that my teammates can hop onto and check a certain room or area to see if it's clear, like astronomy on Villa for example. Furthermore, you can use the drones as intended, clearing rooms and hallways without having to face check them yourself. This can be done by getting a drone, positioning it near to where you're roaming, getting on it, driving around to check areas, and then moving into them before repeating. If you do see someone, then you can use the yellow ping feature to mark an enemy, get off your drone and shoot them through a soft wall, or sneak up on them via crouching or slow walking. If you do manage to get 3 drones, then set 2 of them up in a position that will benefit the team if you die, in a flank cam kind of position, or something to watch a common plant spot. Then use the 3rd drone to drone yourself into rooms and corridors. I hope you know some drone parkour, because getting Mozzie drones into places that the attackers will struggle to find can be very, very strong. Mozzie's primary weapon options are the Commando 9 SMG and the P10 Roni SMG. He only has access to one pistol, which is the SDP 9mm. I personally run with the Commando 9 because it has reliable damage, fire rate, recoil, and a decent mag size, as well as the coolest reload animation in the game. This gun has gotten me very easy aces before and will never let you down as long as you have the aim, of course. The P10 Roni is a shell of its former self. This gun has a crazy good fire rate, but only 15+1 bullets in a magazine. That's less than the SMG-11, a secondary weapon. It also has a decent recoil kick, which makes it even harder to use. The only redeeming quality is that Mozzie can put a 1.5 times scope on it, which you can't do with the Commando 9. I much prefer the Commando over the Roni, but it's up to you which one you choose. The SDP 9mm is alright, I guess. It's a pistol, not much to say other than swap to it if you run out of ammo, which will be a lot if you use the Roni. Helmet Head gets the choice between 1 nitro cell or 2 barbed wire for his secondary gadget options. Choose the C4. I literally do not care about your counter argument. C4 is objectively better on Mozzie in every single way. You can get kills through flaws with it. When paired with the yellow ping from your drone, you can deny plants with it and just get free kills. Pairing C4 with your drone will get you round winning kills, so take it every single round. Barbed wire makes sound cues and stuff for you to swing off of, but C4 means you literally don't have to take any gunfight at all. With barbed wire, you don't get the luxury of totally free kills from safety. Pick C4, it pairs with your gadget much better. In the preparation phase, you want to put down at least 2 of your pests in common spots that drones come through to hopefully hack them and gain an info tool for you. Do this as quickly as possible to deny as much intel as possible, hopefully concealing your team composition so the enemies can't adapt around it with attacker repick. Next, reinforce a few walls. You have an easy to deploy gadget and a 2-speed rating, making it easy to get off of sight, so do your bit to help set it up. If you capture a drone, either position it where you're going to play or set up a flank cam. Finally, get off site and place your final pest down where you're going to play to prevent getting droned out if you haven't used it already. During the action phase, you want to prioritize getting kills as much as possible because you are a roamer. Therefore, getting kills is your job. Try to catch enemies off guard by holding irregular angles at the start of the round and flank enemies later on. Make sure to check your cameras regularly to scout out enemy positions for you and your team to capitalize on. Drone yourself into different rooms as if you were an attacker if the enemies normally have a good roam clear, and only take gunfights that you know you can win if you do come across someone. The more time the enemy spends trying to roam clear you, the less time they will have to try and get sight open and get a plant off. Use your C4 to deny plant or get a free pick by using your drones or getting your teammates to call out on them for you. The things you do on Mozzie in the action phase varies round to round, so be adaptable. Spawn peek if you want to mess up the enemy's mental and tempo, play super slow and only start flanking a minute and a half into the round if they always watch their backs and see you coming until they start to sight execute. Play this character how you see fit for the situation. IQ is Mozzie's biggest counter in my opinion, because she is able to see drones that aren't her team's and pests through her scanner and ping them through walls. There is literally nothing you can do to prevent IQ from doing this, so just hope they don't bring one I guess, or be ready for your cameras to be shot out and memorize where they were placed so you can act upon that. Thatcher also counters Mozzie because his EMP disables Mozzie's cameras and pests. But most of the time you won't have cameras anywhere nearby to where Thatcher is going to EMP, and your drones aren't worth using an EMP on, so Thatcher isn't much of a threat to you, just keep it in mind. Finally, yellow ping, aka Z ping, is your worst enemy. An attacker can ping all drones to see if they are the team's or yours, and they will appear in the enemy color if it's one of your drones. Again, there isn't much you can do about it other than killing the enemy whilst they take the time to ping your drone. Save a pest to place nearby where you're going to hold to prevent you from getting droned out, potentially getting you an easy pick. Use the Commando for a very consistent SMG that will never let you down. Drone out enemies and use the yellow ping feature to C4 them through the floor or shoot them through a soft wall for the freest kills of your life. Use the Roni if you're an aim god and will always land the headshot, because if you miss, good luck. If you have trouble balancing using your cameras and roaming, start off with a shallow roam of a room or two off-site and build up from there. Eventually, you will get the hang of it and find a balance. Overall, Spider-Man, not that one, is a challenging operator to play in my opinion, sitting somewhere between mid and hard. This is due to the balancing of going on cams and being proactive with them, whilst also having significant map presence as a roamer and getting frags. Learn when to use your cams and how to combo them with C4, how to hit those 360 no scopes on jumping drones, and you are sure to become a pretty decent Mozzie player. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to subscribe if you did, and follow my Twitch because that is where most of the clips from this video were filmed. Link is on screen and in the description. Ace is next for the Siege series, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
One op 4 remaining.
Nice.